It's Lindsay Ashlyn here with my homegirls.
I'm Kiona.
I'm Zika.
I'm Sam.
So, it's Valentine's, it's here, and we just want to do a video about self-love and a Q&A, so let's get right into it, ladies. So, how do you guys feel about loving yourself?
Loving yourself. I feel like if you don't love yourself, how can you let someone else love you, or how can you love someone else?
I feel like there's different types of self-love. I feel like you can do things like taking yourself out sometimes. I feel like you can do things like making yourself look good, like wear makeup when you want to marry. You can like do face masks, make yourself look beautiful inside and out. You can eat right, work out, do whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better than what you feel now. And I feel like, yes, that's just how I feel.
Go back off of that, it's all about that inner happiness because, you got to be happy with yourself. So that goes along with you can't, compare yourself to the next person because then you're never going to be happy. You're never going to get that full self-love that you need out of yourself. Also, with self-care. Yes, ladies.
Well,
self-care.
I think that kind of is like a branch off from self-love because, if you love yourself, you're going to take care of yourself. And I mean, I don't know, in my opinion, like with the whole comparing yourself to other people, just in different ways, I feel like just take care of yourself. Maybe you're like, oh wow, she has such pretty skin. I'm like, okay. Genetically, you might not have the best skin, but there's certain things you can do to make sure like it doesn't like get worse, or like drinking water and having a skincare routine, just stuff like that. That's just an example. But.
And exercising, that makes you feel so good, y'all. I started exercising more thanks to, we've been going to the gym, and it feels great. It feels good.
It boosts those endorphins.
How's going to the gym help with you?
It makes me get ready for spring break. Honestly, honestly, just be happy about how you look in the mirror. And if you feel like you are comparing yourself to somebody else, then obviously you just need to sit back and just like thank the Lord that, he gave you what you got and keep looking beautiful.
And also too, like what you believe inside yourself, you manifest that outside onto other people and your group interaction and stuff. So it all, starts with self-love. So how do you react when a guy is clingy?
I don't like clingy at all. So
the best you can do is just point it out. Like, hey man, a few paces backwards. Thank you. Just point it out.
Or you can just snip, cut that off.
That's me. Snip.
I mean, if they're clingy from the jump, they're not gonna change.
So what if you're too nice to tell that person?
It's your job to not be that nice.
You can't be too nice because some guys, I don't know what it is, like you'll be talking to them for a week and they're like, oh yeah, baby, we finna spend the rest of our lives together. And it's like, what? I thought we were friends, and now you
So
know
what would
much.
you say? So like if you were put in a situation where a guy hits you up and like a weekend is just like we together, or like
No,
I
like,
see us going out, or we look like the best couple.
No.
Then like what would you do? No, you gotta say what would you do, not just say
Okay,
you cut him
I
off.
would literally call him, especially if we're not like seeing each other or anything like that. I will call him or meet up with him. Depends on like, if I see him at school, stuff like that. Meet up like, hey, it's a bit much. We should be friends. Hit him with the we should be friends. Hey.
We're like, you're really one of my favorite friends.
And you're moving too fast.
Not even just you just say you're one of my most cherished friends. They know off the bat, yo, whoa.
But they hate getting hit with the friend. Yeah. But I do that, so. Any more you want to speak on that?
What about when the guy's distant?
And he's distant. So I have like this theory, right?
Oh,
I'm scared because I feel like I know what she's gonna say.
No, I feel like, at most times the guy should be a little bit more into the girl than the girl
Definitely
is into the guy. So if he's distant, I'm like, do you really even That's okay. You know, do you really even want me? I need you to, you know, show that effort.
My mother always told me, just make sure that somebody loves you more than you love them. So I guess that's kind of that same idea. Like, I don't know.
As bad as it sounds, it's actually true because, you know, by default, we've got that woman, we've got like that loving nature in us. So
we're already gonna be
our like bottom level is already like times 10. Like, we'll love you to the max. So like, you gotta show me that you want me so I can show you back, you know?
So if you're distant,
snip, snip.
Yeah, if you're distant and I pointed it out and you're still distant, you can't just be like, oh, that's who I am, because no.
yeah, of course address it, because sometimes they might not know because of like previous
past,
like.
I mean, not
past
everybody's like
relationships
this.
and stuff.
Not everybody is like this, but
So address it first. Definitely address it. Also, I feel like you have to find what makes you you, and you have to run with it. Like, okay, these are my best qualities, so that's who I am, and that's what I'm gonna show off. If you feel like you need to show it off or whatever you have to do, because you can't just, you know, look at the next person, even though a lot of people may tend to. You gotta, you know, I'm me, I look good, and that's it.
Ooh, I have a question. It's a juicy one.
A juicy one.
How would you tell somebody, like if you would give advice to somebody, but it could potentially offend them? Like, say, or something like that, like a girl do her makeup and it's just like,
You gotta be like, hey,
what's the
try
nicest
this.
way?
Try this.
Because, you know,
one,
sometimes
this is
even
kinda
with
throwing
the
me
try
off,
this, and also too, you got to find, like, sometimes, you know, how, like, you know a person's going to be offended when you say something. You have to find that positive, like, hey girl, this looks good, but, you know, maybe you need to take this down, you
constructive
know.
criticism.
Constructive criticism. Like, make them feel good too, because don't, especially, you know, if like their feelings are like real soft, you don't want to break them down. Also, like, be supportive when you're saying it.
And just make sure it's not in front of other people either. Just make sure it's like you and them, because it's gonna come off even worse if you're like in front of like the whole friend group, like, oh, da da da, like, you know what I'm saying?
I know with some friends and groups too, they'll be like, girl, why you looking like that? Girl. Like, don't do that to your friends, especially if it's like in front of a friend group. Don't embarrass them like that. Like, go to like, hey girl, you know, like,
and you may think they're not offended because of course they're gonna play it off and play with you, but they probably are.
Okay, when it comes to comparing yourself to others, I think that personally, this is what I would say. I would say there's no point in comparing yourself to others, because you can never be somebody else. All you can do is be a better you. And so, like everybody was saying, just work on you, take care of yourself, self-love and self-care. Because all you can do is improve yourself. You can never be Beyonce. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
All you can do
and I mean,
is be
too,
the best.
the grass, that whole grass is greener on the other side is always going to be true. There's always going to be something that you like in another person that you're going to wish about you, but at the same time, there's probably something about you that person might admire. I mean, you just never know. So if everybody's out here comparing themselves to each other, I'm like, we can't all be the same. That'd be a very boring world.
But that concludes our video for today. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap nigga with the triggers like Popeye. Money changing colors like tie-dye. I'm just trying to get it, I ain't trying to die. She got a big ol' on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist kissing like it's stir fry.